Normally, my journey toward Advent and through Advent to Christmas starts with the Sunday before Thanksgiving. I realized this earlier in the week, that this has been an important sort of transition and spiritual journey for me to start with being grateful and thankful for all that is a part of my life, no matter how terrible it might be. And then the next Sunday, which was last Sunday, exploring the reign of Christ as a way to lead into this morning. Well, we got a little sidetracked from that journey because I wasn't here last Sunday, and I lost touch with that sequence of preparation for me. And so it led me to a different place about this sermon this morning. With all that said, and with all that's happening in the world, I want to speak this morning deeply as I can to our published Advent theme about searching for good news when there seems to be no good news. Some of you are going to call me a Grinch or something worse than that, because I'm going to take us to a kind of a different place. Searching for gratitude, searching for hope where there might be no basis whatsoever for hope. Now, my wife and I talk about this a lot. Pat exudes gratitude. It's just all over. I, on the other hand, tend to have to work at it. Why? Because I'm more prone toward the bad news. I used to say, I suffered, therefore I am. Pat has helped me move beyond that place in my life, and I want to dig into this in a little bit more in-depth kind of way. In our gospel text today, Jesus speaks of the power of the fig tree as a sign of good times to come. For me, the fig tree represents good times because I love fig preserves. I grew up on a farm in the South where we have lots of figs, and my sister and my mom used to make the most delicious fig preserves in the world. They come from the South because the figs love the heat. That image is good news for us. And Jesus follows the fig tree story with the necessity for watchfulness, as Trish talked about. Is Jesus not saying that you've got to watch? You've got to keep awake. You've got to pay attention, to notice all that's going on around you? Indeed, that's what he's suggesting. To keep awake and notice those opportunities for gratitude. It's tempting to view gratitude and hope, and I put them together for us today, only through the filter of what is pleasant, as if comfort and ease are only the things that are worth being grateful for. Let me offer a few surprising, maybe odd places even that you might not look for or expect gratitude or abundance or good news, except the gratitude we find in the experiences of our lives that normally would not merit gratitude. This is an invitation to us this morning to dig a little deeper into the experiences of our lives. Indeed, the bad news experiences of our lives. And so I have 7 things I'd like to say to you today. A good sermon is supposed to have 3 points in a poem, so I don't know what we get if I say 7 things without a poem. The first one is to give thanks for grief. It is the necessary cost on loving people and being loved by them. The magnitude, the depth, the scope of our mourning equates with the depth of the connection that we've had with someone who is gone. The tears that come as our tribute, even as you grieve the present absence of someone you love, be grateful for their past experiences, the things you shared. It is a blessing to have had someone worth losing and missing. No doubt former President Jimmy Carter, and bless his heart, is experiencing something like that these days. The second thing I'd like to say to you is to give thanks, to show gratitude, to have hope in pain. Suffering is a reminder that your heart, though badly broken, is still working. Your capacity to be wounded is a sign that you care deeply, and as treacherous as this life can be, this is no small test. There is something cathartic about despair and the tears it brings, the way it cleans house of all that is unimportant. So feel it all and be grateful that you are fully alive. The next thing I'd say is be grateful for adversity. And now you're starting to say, come on, Gerry, really? Although Jesus didn't say it, he might have said that the roots of the fig tree go deeper in the winter because they're searching for nourishment deeper into the earth. And they prosper, and when nourishment is not as plentiful, they go deep. That is that its stability actually grows with this deep reaching into the ground. One person has said this, that there are lessons we learn when we go through difficulty that we could never learn any other way. Riches that only come in the scalding crucible of hardship. Even in the struggle of these moments, you're being renovated to be grateful. And fourth, to give thanks for changed plans. I know we hate change. We've been watching and waiting for this, and all of a sudden, plans change. So humility comes when we are surprised by our life. When the path we thought we would be walking turns out not to be the one we're on. And though this comes with bitterness and fear, sometimes uncertainty, see your unexpected road as a reminder of your smallness and your vulnerability, a chance to let go of some of the arrogance and the self-reliance that you carry around. And the fourth is to give thanks for regret. So you blew it. Welcome to the club. Whatever bad decision you've made, or however you feel like you've failed or dropped the ball, take heart because your story's not over. Now you get to go forward, to be wiser, to be kinder, to be more grateful. I found this note in my journal this week. I'm not sure where I wrote it, sometime way back or someone else. You get to course correct in this day to craft something redemptive out of the glorious mess you've made. Don't linger in regret. Just let it move you forward. And then give thanks for difficult decisions. If you have a tough choice to make right now, celebrate this. You have something many people don't have. You have options. As stressful and as fraught with anxiety as these days may be, fraught with stress that we put upon ourselves in order to celebrate something that supposedly will make us happy and sometimes doesn't. They come with the promise that something new is coming. Weigh carefully. Choose with as much wisdom as you can, and be grateful for the promise of possibility in your lives. And the last one is a little hard for me to say, but it needs to be said. I need to hear this, that times of solitude can seem especially cruel when others are out celebrating connection and community. To give thanks for loneliness. When we are alone, we learn to mine strength that we don't realize we have. We discover gifts that we have never unearthed, and we find a new peace with the person we see in the mirror. Let solitude teach you all it can right now. And actually, that wasn't the last one. I forgot there are 8. And this may be the most challenging one to hear, but to give thanks for outrage, to give thanks for anger that we have. And even though Isaiah prays, do not be exceedingly angry, O Lord, and do not remember iniquity forever. While the holy discontent in your spirit at the bad news, the injustice around you, just might be a gift. One writer says it this way: it is your soul's alarm at what seems so not right about the world. The belief that there is better and more loving and more healing work to be done, and that you are fully equipped to do it. To let your anger remind you that good people still walk the planet, and you and you and you and you and you are one of them. My friends, really hear this. These days may be filled with a whole lot that seems unworthy of gratitude, but try anyway. Try anyway. Go deeply into what gives you gratitude and hope for the here and now, right now. Not for all you see and feel and experience, for all that you see and feel and experience today. Even the stuff that seems and even is quite terrible. But to give thanks, to be grateful, and to experience the trust and gratitude that breeds hope. I pray with all my heart that in the bad news of your lives, the terrible things you have seen and even experienced, that you will find gratitude, that you will find hope. Amen.